What's up, everyone on the internet? Thank you for making this video part today. I am so excited to upload this one for you guys because for this video we'll be taking a look at an anime that is about living life to the fullest in the end of the world. Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead. Oh, this one has been a long time coming because while I would have loved to have made a video for this anime back in 2023, a lot of problems rose up to which I was too busy to make a video for this show, but we'll get back to that later. But like I said, this anime came out back in the summer of 2023 and it was one of those shows that I was very excited for given how I am a huge fan of zombie media and I like how the series focuses on living life with no regrets even in the worst of times. So our main character is Akira, who was pretty much worked to death day in and day out at his company where his boss was treating him like dog crap, and just when his life couldn't get any worse, the zombie apocalypse starts. But just when Akira thought that his life was over, he realized something. He doesn't have to go to work tomorrow. And the series takes off as we watch Akira embrace life because anything, and I mean anything, is better than working yourself to death. I mean, here's a guy who would casually go down to his convenience store while there are zombies in the street, but it is here where he also realizes that life is too short and at any moment he could become a zombie. So he wants to live life to the fullest and make a bucket list of 100 things he wants to do before he becomes a zombie. And I love how this anime makes you rethink life during a time of crisis because yes, it is completely normal to be afraid and angry when things are going terrible, but whatever the situation may be, you have the power to determine what happens next, where you can see this as a glass half empty kind of person, or you can view it as a glass half full scenario. In this case, Akira sees the zombie apocalypse as a good thing, where the sky's the limit and he can do anything now that he's completely free from work. Now, one of the other things that I really enjoy from this show is how we get a wide variety of characters that makes us see ourselves in the zombie apocalypse. One of them is Shizuka, who is an analytical person who is a lot like us, where we see how she watched a lot of zombie movies to help her stay alive during this apocalypse. Then we have Kenichiro, who is pretty much the practical joker of the group that will more than often take off his clothes, which most of the time, it's pretty funny. And finally, we have Beatrix, who is a foreigner from Germany and is a huge nerd for all things Japan related. So to recap, we have the optimist, a strategist, a nudist, and a nerdist. Personally, I see myself as Beatrix because as someone who has a huge love and appreciation for all things Japan related, I can see myself wearing samurai armor during the zombie apocalypse. Now, just to be clear, not all of these characters appear right away. Actually, throughout the show, we watch Akira encounter each of them throughout the season as he goes on his daily zombie adventures. And I love how almost every episode of the season is pretty much its own little adventure, while also having some episodes being tied to much larger arcs like the aquarium, the gas station, and the village arc. And let me tell you, the gas station arc really got my blood boiling because if I ran into someone I hated in the zombie apocalypse, I probably would have dumped a full clip on that person. And to jump off of that point, while the world is being engulfed by zombies, we do run into several antagonists around midway and near the end of the season that really do bring out the worst in people. One final thing that I really love about this anime was, of course, the animation because wow, the studio went all out in giving us the most colorful zombie apocalypse. When you see different splashes of colors splatter across the screen whenever these zombies are up front and center, it's almost like these zombies ate nothing but Skittles as we see the rainbow every second of the show. And I love how the studio could have given us regular colored blood that we would expect from zombies, but that would take away from the tone the story is trying to establish, which is meant to be upbeat and exciting. So by having rainbow blood splatter across the screen, it almost makes this zombie apocalypse more like a zombie party because it makes these monsters less scary. And in a way, one could say that we're seeing the world from Akira's point of view because in the first minutes of the series, life was dull and dark because of all the abuse that he had to go through. So when he sees that he doesn't have to go to work the next day, the world suddenly becomes a better place as he's able to finally embrace his son and see the colors of the rainbow he thought had faded away. And it's a good way of showing us how an optimistic person views the world, as we should all try to see the best of things during the worst of times. Now with that being said, this is the part where I'm a little upset about. So the reason why I never made a video when this anime came out back in 2023 was because it was getting constantly delayed. I mean, this show came out back in July 2023 and had only 12 episodes, which means that this anime should have ended right before October. But because the studio was making these episodes as they were coming out, there came a point where one episode would be delayed a week, and then 1 week turned to 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks turned to 1 month, and then ultimately, the show was put on hiatus before concluding on Christmas 2023. Now, as someone who was waiting patiently for each episode, once several of them were being delayed, it kind of ruined the momentum, and honestly, I didn't have time to make a video, so this idea was pretty much put on the shelf. But thankfully, now that we're in 2025, the season is complete, and with only 12 episodes, this show is super easy to binge through. So if you're looking to watch an exciting show about zombies and living life to the fullest, I highly recommend you watch this anime. Well, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. That was my overall view for Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead. If you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button so you can always update from this channel. I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Bye-bye.